Hi guys, it's me Lee, and I'm here to talk about the Nux Mfx10 guitar modeling processor. I have been using this digital device for a few years now, and I'm here to show you how to make basic setup for the device. It is a affordable multi-effects device, goes around the market about 5,000 or 6,000 pesos. It's very affordable and you can have almost all the effects that you need, at least the needed. So I hope that this video is useful for multi-effects user. So stay tuned. Okay, here we go. Now this is the Nux Mfx10 guitar modeling processor. It is a product of Nux. So let's begin. First, you have to connect the adapter and turn on the switch. I have reset the tones for clean. So let us set up for clean as an example. This is the LCD, and this is where the clean tone will be saved. Okay, now first you have to press the button, press edit. As you can see, the amp is set to drive off. This is a preset. Now we want to make a clean tone, so you just have to turn the knob. There are lots of options, whatever amp you want to use. The Jazz Clean, Tweed, Blackface, Bluesman, Clean, UK, Plexi 45, the lead 100 watts, 80s, solo high gain, dual rectifier, Mark IV, screamer, the tube screamer, distortion, fuzz, metal, rat, the Octavia, muff. That's it. So we will be setting up for clean. We will go back to just clean. Now the amp is set to just clean. So let's set up using this knob. This knob is the control for the first one. The second knob is controlling the volume 2. The third knob is used to control the brightness, and the last one, never mind, I've lost the cover, the master volume. So let's just set this volume to 12 o'clock. Now the second knob for volume 2 refers to the boost. This is the boost pedal. So we want to use the boost, so let's put it at 3 o'clock. Okay, that's fine. Now the brightness, we don't want that to sound too bright. Let's just set up to at around 10 o'clock. That's fine. Let's just say we put the master volume at 12 o'clock. Next, we will be setting up for equalizer cabinet. The equalizer cabinet. For the equalizer cabinet to be highlighted, you need to press this one, this module arrow to the right. Now this is the cabinet. It is set as Jazz 212. Now if you want to change, you just have to hit this knob or twist the knob. Tweed, black, BS Man, Twin, British, the Green, the Flying V30, T45, Dual Rectifier, Cali, or no cabinet, but I prefer to use the Jazz cabinet. Now I want to have bass, more bass, so it's fine. It's up to you and how you want the sound. Now here it is, the mid. Let's put this mid to, that's fine, 12 o'clock. Then the treble, I want to use the treble at 70%. The presence is fine, I like it that way. Now we're done with the equalizer. Now we will go to the noise gate, yes, to eliminate unwanted noise. I am using a dual humbucker, so I will be setting the noise gate to minimal because there is not too much unwanted noises for dual humbuckers. Now as you can see, the noise gate is set to off, so I will be twisting the knob to turn it on. The amp has no problem, so the amp is set to 0. I don't need to put any noise gate on the amp, but the threshold I will just set it to 9 o'clock. It's fine to eliminate unwanted noises, just to make sure there's no unwanted noises. Next, we have the modifications. Yes, this is the kind of effects, including the chorus. If you want the clean tone to have chorus effects, see, the speed, the depth, the mix, and the pre-play. Now another one is the chorus, the flanger, vibrato, the tremolo, rotary, vibro, this is the vibrating effects, the unify, the pitch shift, detune, and the pedal shift. So we will not be using this one. I will just leave it to off since we are setting up for clean tone. Next, the delays. Yes, to make the setup not sound dry, I will be turning this knob. I will be setting it to ducking. I want to have a delay only on the last note that I'll be hitting. I don't want too much delay, so I will look for the ducking effects. Here is the analog, tape delay, digital delay, multi-head delay, the ping pong, the reverse, the ducking. Now here is the ducking. Now since a ducking effect is minimal only, it only have delays at the end note, the last note that you will be hitting, so the setup is fine. That's fine for me, so I'll just leave it the way as it is. Now I'm gonna press the module again. Now the reverb. Now to make your sound not dry, I will add the hall effects so that I will sound like I'm playing the guitar on the hall, a large hall. Now this setting is fine. This is just a sample, so I'm gonna proceed to the next. Yes, the compressor. Now I would love to add a little bit compression on my clean, so I'm gonna turn it on by twisting the knob. Now the compressor is on. I want a lot of sustain, so I will be setting up this way. The attack, I don't want too much picking sound, so I will just add a little bit. Low 10. and the level I want to put that at 12 o'clock. Okay, so let's proceed to the next. I will be hitting module again. Now this is the effects. Now the effects, I will turn it on for you to see. I'm twisting the knob again, and you can see the pedal wah. Here is the wah setting, the touch wah, the auto wah, the overdrive, vintage overdrive, the distortion, the phaser, tremolo, and that's it. But since we are setting up for clean, I will just leave it off. Now if I press the module back again, so we are back at the amplifiers, the amp. So let's assume that this is the clean setting. So I will be saving this. I will leave it as it is in 2C. But if you want to change the location, you can turn the knob. Sorry. This, when you rotate the knob, it will change the name. See? Here is how to change the name. If you want to proceed to the next letter, for letter C, you just press the clean. Module. See? If you want to change, you can just rotate the knob. Now if that's fine, you just have to press save. But if you want to change the location, you just have to press to increase the number or decrease the number. And if you want to change the code, the letters, you will just have to press this one, the preset. See? Changes to B, changes to A, and this one is going back where it is. I'm gonna press going back to 2B, press again, goes back to 2C. Now I don't want to change the location, I will just leave it as it is. So we're gonna save this. Now as you can see, the setting here is in edit mode, so you just have to go back to the live mode. You just have to press edit. See, it changes back to live mode. Okay, now before we test, let's just proceed to the next effects that we will be setting up. Okay, now we're done with the clean tone. Let's proceed to the next effects. We will be tackling 2 effects for the day. So we will hit the left preset button, pedal. Now from clean we go to metal zone. I already changed the name to metal. You can change the name whatever you want to name it. Now let's proceed. We will hit again the edit button. So as you can see, I have turned off the drives and all of the setting. Now we will have to turn the knob again and look for metal zone, the trademark Boss metal zone. Now here's the setting for metal zone. Let's just suppose we are not adding too much gain, so I'm just gonna put gain at the 12 o'clock and just let's let the gain be as it is, since it will boost when you hit this pedal. This is the boost. Next is the sweep. The sweep is set to 20, that's fine, and the level we'll just put that at 12 o'clock, around 12 o'clock, that's fine. Now we will proceed to, since we're done with the amp, we will proceed to the equalizer by pressing the right module button. So as you can see, there is no cabinet, so we will add cabinet because it is too noisy if no cabinet is set. I prefer using the T45 412 for metal. I always want to increase the low sound, specifically the bass. It's fine. The mid is set to 12 o'clock and the mid frequency and high it is at ease. Now we're done with the equalizer cabinet. Now we will proceed to the noise gate. Yes. The amp is fine, but we will add threshold on the because we are using the metal. We would expect some unwanted noise, so let me just set up to almost 12 o'clock. That's fine. Now we will proceed to modifications. Now since we are setting up for metal, I will not add anything on modifications. Let's proceed to the delay. Yes, I don't want the metal sound to be too dry, so let me add a little bit of delay. Now let me change the offset to 12 o'clock and let's just leave it that way. Then we will be proceeding to the reverb. Yes, I don't want the effects to sound dry. I'm just gonna add a whole effects. Yes, the mix. Let's just put it at 12 o'clock. It's fine. I really don't like too dry effects. Now let's proceed to compressor. Yes, I want more sustain, so I turn the knob to turn the compressor on, and then put the sustain bit higher. 3 o'clock, around 3 o'clock is fine. The attack, I don't want to hear too much picking noises, so I just add a little bit to add color. Attack 10. Let's set the level to 12 o'clock. That's fine, almost 12 o'clock. That's fine. Now proceeding next. Now this is the effects. This is the effects in where you can put some wah-wah, manual wah-wah, or wah effects, or you can use the touch wah or auto wah for your metal. It's up to you if you combine the overdrive or the distortion to your metal. It's up to you and how you want the sound to sound like. So I just leave it as off. Now let's see. Now we're back at amp. So let's just suppose that this setting is done and I want to still save the setting at 2D beside the clean FX. So let's just suppose that this effect is done, already set up. So let's press save. We don't have to change the name and the location. Let's just leave it as it is. But if you want to change, you can always turn the knob, turn left or right, it's up to you, and save the button. Save the preset, the setting, I mean. So now we have the clean effect. I mean, let's go back to pressing the edit to set it to live, the live one. So we have two settings done, clean and the metal. So now let us hear what this effect sounds like. Okay, now let's go back to the setting. Now this device is installed with drum effects. So here we just press the drums. As you can see, the screen, it changes to this setting. As you can see, this pedal here has a label drum. So if you hit this one, it will start the drum sound. Now to increase the volume of the drums, as you can see, the drum volume set at 41. So if you want to increase the sound, you just have to twist this one. Increase, decrease. You can change the drum style. Here's the metronome, hip hop, hard rock, rock, pop. You can always change the pattern. Okay. Change the style to rock. Then again, the pattern. You can always change the pattern, and you can increase the beats per minute, BPM, just by twisting the knob. You can decrease, slow it down, or increase. And if you see this label, drum fill, you can add roll. See? Let's do it again. See? Okay. Now if you want to stop the drums, you just have to stamp on this pedal again. See? Start or play and stop. Now, as you can see, we have the loop volume. So this is the looper. If you hit this pedal, see what will happen. So it starts recording, but it will only last for 20 seconds. Now, when you press this pedal again, it will continue to overwrite. The overwritten sound will overwrite. But it only will last for 20 seconds. You just hit the pedal 2 times to stop the looping. So that's it. You can also play music while playing the guitar. You can jam with the original soundtrack or whatever you want to do. You just have to insert the cable here and the other end to any mobile device, laptops, or MP3 devices. For example, you can play the drum loops, and you can also use a headphone or headset if you don't want to use the speakers. You can do both at the same time. Or even if I turn off this, you can still the drum beats here. This multi-effects is very useful when practicing at night. You don't want others to be disturbed during nighttime, so you don't need to use amps. You can just practice using headphones. Only you can hear the effects even if you're playing metal sounds. So now we will be testing the sound. Let me just put these effects down so that I can hit the pedal. Alright. Now here is the clean effects that we have just set up. That is my kind of tone for clean. Now I want you to hear for the metal effects. As you can hear, the metal effect is not that dry. Now let's test the looper. The looper only lasts for 20 seconds. That was the looper. So that's it, guys. That is just a basic instruction on how to set up the effects. Now feel free to comment below, and I hope that this video is useful. rock and roll.